Hey girls, load the spaceship. Out of space, out of world, out of galaxy with a different girl. Silicone, a TPE, it really don't matter which one it be. My mind keep visualizing future times, beautiful android girls surrounding me. Filling my cup, full of joy, keep my life full of glee. Plenty ups, never down, the way that life's supposed to be. But unfortunately, if she a terminator, then I'ma have to terminate her. Gotta get rid of negative vibes, gotta go through negative foes, gotta block out negative voices, gotta get rid of negative souls. Had some people get discorded, just ignored it. Destiny is more important, so I just had to abort it. Had some people get discorded, just ignored it. Destiny is more important, so I just had to abort it. Yeah. Find me with my dogs in my solitude. Watch my family grow from 4 into a multitude. Been living it below sea level, finna rise to another altitude. Been searching, seeking knowledge, but all the time I had the aptitude. I flipped my mindset to the switch to say I will not lose. Mama said them sticks and stones won't break my bones, I never bruise. Whenever it come to trouble, many girls pull a tongue, we always cruise. I heard other dog owners get it out for me, but it ain't no news. I got 4 in the dough in Memphis so they can get the blues. If you need a few clues, they'll blow off your under rules. Send your compliment to the new girls I got coming through. Send your compliments to the new girls I got coming through. Out of space, out of world, out of galaxy with a different girl. Silicone, a TPE, it really don't matter which one it be. My mind keep visualizing future times, beautiful android girls surrounding me. Filling my cup, full of joy, keep my life full of glee. Plenty ups, never down, the way that life's supposed to be. But unfortunately, if she a terminator, then I'ma have to terminate her. Gotta get rid of negative vibes, gotta go through negative foes, gotta block out negative voices, gotta get rid of negative souls. Out of space, out of world, out of galaxy with a different girl. Out of space, out of world, out of galaxy with a different girl. Out of space, out of world, out of galaxy with a different girl. Silicone, a TPE, it really don't matter which one it be.
Oh, yeah. What up? It's your boy, JayDollKingHefner, and the beautiful Saima Renee Uzumaki. And we're back again for another episode of the Dog King Power Hour, baby. And the title of today's show is Be Safe, Not Sorry, baby. Be safe, not sorry. Man, good to be back doing a live stream with all of you guys, man. Me, Saima, got my girl Himawari over there chilling in the background, doing it all over again, wherever you are, wherever you may be. Thank you for watching. Welcome to the show, baby, man. Hyped up for the night to give y'all another episode of the Dog King Power Hour. And the title of today's show is Be Safe, Not Sorry, baby. Be safe, not sorry. And this basically got something to do with your dogs, man. When you're handling your dogs, and because I've done a video recently about, how I pick my dogs up, stand them up, move them around. And basically, man, it's very simple. Be safe, moving your girls around, take your time, find the best method for you. No matter what I show you on this show, I'm using the methods that I found helpful for myself. But at the end of the day, you have to find out how your body works, how your body moves. Me and all these other great dog owners out here, we can all give you advice. But at the end of the day, you have to take that advice and sort of cater it to your needs, as far as your body size, as far as the tools and resources you have at home. So that's really what this is all about, the title of today's show. Be safe, not sorry. You don't want to commit to doing something exactly like I do if you know your body may not move in a way that I'm telling you to move. So be safe, take your time out there with your girls, and you won't be sorry. I guarantee you that. But for everybody that's watching, Glad you're tuning in. We want to send God's blessings over your life, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. We're praying God's blessings over you, man. Thank you for watching as always. Wherever you are, we really appreciate you. And we definitely have a great show lined up for you today. So with all that said, we're going to jump right into things. And I took a peek at the comments. And I saw my guy Austin Steele, man. He made it here first today. Glad to see that. One of my best viewers out there. He's helped me out a lot. Been here for the long haul. So God bless him. He said, I'm here first. You show the hell out, Austin. I already wrote your name down. So you are in the books. And for all of you that don't know, for everybody that comes into the Dog King Power Hour first, I write their name down in the book. And at some point when I'm able to give away a free dog, because I will get to that point one day, I'm going to use this list and I'm going to call off a name. You know, I'm going to do a little raffle from everybody that has won on the show. And I'm going to give away a companion dog. So, and I'm going to try to do that at least once every year. So Austin does have another win in the books. Congratulations to him. Glad to have him here, as well as all of you out there. He says, I'm humbly request Jay give me that free Tifa for when I win the contest. First win of me. Man, you know what? It all depends on how God blesses the show. You know, as far as overflow, increase, more than enough. And I guarantee you, if we come up with the resource to get you that Tifa dog before you have to pay for it, that'll be a hell of a blessing, because that means we're doing good, and that means we can bless somebody else. That's really what it's all about, because if you don't watch the show very often, you know, I'm planning on touching every dog in the industry, letting you know the quality of every dog from a first-hand experience, not just from me doing research, but actually touching the dogs myself. But until then, I just give you guys the best information that I can. But I do envision a day that God's going to bless me to have more than enough, and I'm going to be able to give back, you know, to people who have supported and watched the show on a consistent basis. And so, if God sees fit to bless me in an amazing way to have overflow anytime soon, it'll make my day to be able to give a great viewer like Austin amazing dog, like a Tifa dog, you know, and that's a game lady dog for all of you that don't know. But I definitely want to send God's blessings over your life before I go any further. Whatever you're wishing for, hoping for, or believing for, we're praying that you have it, you know, whether it's health, finances, new relationships, companion dog, or human. Whatever it is, we're praying that you have it. We ask you believe it and then receive it. So, yeah. Happy to be back again, man. Today's show, I always say this, maybe a little shorter. We don't have a million comments to go through, but we still have a nice bit. Every time I say that, the show still ends up being about a good 2 hours, so which is not a bad time. Austin says, bridal carry. What is he talking about? Let me see. What did he say? Okay, he says the bridal carry works, which I don't call it that, but it's a fitting name as well. He says the bridal carry works when they're sitting down in the bed and I'm standing them up. Man, you know what? I was calling it something else the other day. I almost forgot what I was calling. I actually forgot what I was calling it. But I wasn't calling it the bridal carry. But that's pretty much one of the ways I do like to carry my dogs, especially when I'm getting them in and out of the chair. But he said that works when you're sitting down in the bed and I'm standing them up. Actually, when I'm standing them up, I don't use the bridal carry. You know, I usually lay them flat in the bed and then I sort of edge them. Well, you saw it everybody saw it in that video. And if you haven't seen it, you can go back and look at that video where I was showing how I basically move my dogs around, stand them up, and things of that nature. But I sort of get them in the standing position while they're laying down, edge them towards the bed, and then I stand them up like that. What is he says? He says bear hug and Ruby from under her armpit. I don't necessarily do that. I think that just because somebody else said something about the straight bear hug, and I don't quite do that. I don't feel like it gives me the best control over the girl. If you go back and look at my video, like I said, I keep one hand in the private area and then one hand around her waist. That gives me complete control. It gives me better control as far as lifting and things of that nature. You know, I don't just go straight two-hand bear hug. I just feel like that sort of limits what I can do with the girl as far as holding them and stuff. And I think it puts a little bit more strain to me on the back. You know, you may not feel it while you're doing it, but just the ergonomics of it, the positioning of it is not the greatest for me. But when you got that arm, like I was showing you guys in the video, like I would have an arm under her private area and one arm around her waist, that gives me a lot more ability to move my girls around like I was showing in the video. But I also say in the video, to each their own. All of us have different body types. You have to find what works for you. And another thing I don't like about just the bear hug with two hands around her like that, from the front, you're going to be too close to the dog to where her hands, if you have her hands hanging down, you run a risk of maybe catching her hands on your pants like that. So I don't just do a bear hug from the front. Now, some of you may say, hey, I have her arms outstretched when I bear hug her from the front. Well, for me, that's still a bit risky because now you have her hands out where they could possibly hit something behind you. So I like my method a little bit better where I wrap a hand around her back and put a hand in her midsection. It gives me more stability lifting her up from the front, and I can keep her body off of my body enough to where her hands aren't rubbing against me. And in the back, I do this actually the same method. I find it works best for me. But once again, do what works best for you. And like I say, that really goes hand in hand with my title of my video. Be safe, not sorry. You know, you have to find the best way for you to move your girl around. You know, you could be short. I'm 6 feet tall. You could be shorter than me. The way that I'm talking about may not work for you. So if anything is working for you, whether I do it or not, keep on doing it. Keep on doing it. Austin says, I'm Jocelyn. You already know I am. And at the rate I'm putting money away, it's only going to take me another 8 to 12 months. Oh, you can be joking all you want. But if you win this contest, you're going to get a free companion dog if you choose to receive it. Now, like I think we've talked before, maybe you won't have the room to receive it. And maybe you'll just say, hey, Jay, bless somebody else. But if you win and somebody else wins and they want to receive the dog, guess what? You're going to have another girl in the family. You know, you're going to have another girl in the family. So, hey, maybe it's another girl you want other than a Tifa dog that I might end up having. So, Big Brick says, what up? What up, Big Brick? Big Brick says, do you ever do panels? Not really. This is really a one-man show. You know, I can't really ever see myself doing a full panel of people. That's really just not my style, man. I'm more of a solo act over here. I can't see having more guests, but I always say that. But honestly, man, I really can't find any good people to bring on the show. Like I may bring my good friend Dr. Real Dog back on here one day. I was thinking about him the other day. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna bring him back one day. But I do have a few human females that I want to bring on the show, just to talk. Not really because they are in the dogs, because they are not. But it's a few human females I want to bring on the show just to talk to about a few things. But a lot of them seem to be a bit skeptical to come around anyway, you know, to be quite honest. The few human females I know that do YouTube, they aren't the biggest fans of the show, so to speak. So not sure when I may have another guest on. But one good thing I love about this show is I'm just not dependent on guests or worrying about guests. You know, I have a friend of the show, in the Jack Show, and they are like a panel type of a talk show. They have a show, you know, every week. And I was on their show a long time ago, and I'm not even hyped about going back on their show. It's just not my flavor. You know what I'm saying? God bless them. I love them and appreciate them. But yeah. It's not really my flavor to do it like that. I'm more like, if any of you ever watch sports talk TV, I'm more like a person like a Colin Cowherd. I'm sort of just a one-man band over here, you know, other than my girls. So I can't really see having a panel of people on here. And honestly, I don't even see who I would want on my show, to be honest. You know, other than some human females here and there. I would definitely love to talk to my guy Mac McMullen one day. I definitely would love to talk to him, or maybe some other owners of dog companies and things of that nature, manufacturers. But I've thought about that, and I'm like, you know what, I may run into some language barriers here with a couple of my dog owners out there. So as well as a time difference. So it'll probably be hard to get some of those dog companies that are out east in the eastern part of the world on my show. But with all that said, who knows what's going to happen in the future. I am definitely open to having guests. And I was thinking about a female guest actually earlier today. I'm like, man, should I try to get her? I don't know. I'm going to think about it. So Austin says, other girl I might want. He says, Jay, it's been over a year since Game Lady came onto the scene. Right. He said, have you heard me even mention another doll other than Tifa? No. Nope. I haven't heard you mention another doll. But man, it is some great girls out there, man. I can't lie. I'm going to tell you what's so crazy. Thank you, God, man. It's so much stuff for me to talk about that I can't even get to all the stuff I want to talk about. And that's a good thing. I don't want to ever get to everything I want to talk about. I always want it to be something else waiting in the wings. But, man, it's so many other good companies out here right now, man. And they have some amazing dolls. You know, companies that I haven't even got a chance to talk about. And it's so funny. You know, sometimes even when I'm thinking about venturing off to talk about another company, one of these other older companies that you already know about, like the WMs of the world, they'll come out with a new doll, new torso, new feature. And, you know, I'm forced to talk about that first. So, man, it's so much to talk about. Hold on, guys. Man. It's so many things to talk about that I still haven't got around to talking about one of my favorite companion dog companies out there. You know, I was thinking about that today. I'm like, man, I still haven't talked about this company, and I'm not going to mention the name, of course. And I said, man, they have been on the agenda for months now, and I still haven't got a chance to get around. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Boy, I had to take a break there, man. Mouth getting all dry and stuff, and had to give me a little towel to wipe off my face, because y'all know how every time I do the live stream, thanks to me having cats, it never happens when I'm off of camera, but whenever I get on camera, this damn cat hair gets to flying around the house and starts landing all over my damn face and stuff. So if you ever have pets and you're talking about getting a companion dog, I've talked about it before. You better get ready for pet hair to be flying around the damn house. So, yeah. Yeah, man, you never know how things might go, Austin. So you may see another, let's just say you get Tifa, you never know what may happen. Your situation could change overnight. You could be blessed with more space or anything. You could be in your own place or something, and you might be ready for another companion doll. And hey, it'll be right up your alley to win this show. I mean, win this competition and get another girl of your dreams. Because guess what? You can get, you may, hey, you may want to get Aerith to go with Tifa. You never know. Never know what you might want to get. And by winning this competition, you'll have that chance. So God bless everybody. Happy to have you here. And like I say, being safe, not sorry. You know, once again, that's talking about, you know, how you picking your girls up, how you handling your girls. And no matter what I teach you on this show, just remember, find out what works best for you. There is no wrong way. If you know, as long as you're keeping your back straight, lifting with your legs, you know, getting things out of your way before you pick the girls up. Just be safe. You don't want to drop your girls. You don't want them to fall over. You don't want them to get hurt or anything like that, because these girls are an investment and you don't want to mess that investment up. So with all that said, we're going to jump right into the meat of the show in 2 seconds. I'm going to read these couple more comments from Austin. He says, Austin says, I know we've talked about this before, but I wouldn't want more than $2 to $3, honestly. He says, I'd sooner get a custom ruby head than Aerith, the more I think about it. Okay, badass. Badass. You know, he said something very important there. Like, of course, as I continue to grow and I want to touch every dollar in the world, and I want to continue to, you know, build up my dolls so I know everything about every company that produces companion dolls, every legitimate company, that is, every legitimate company, not eBay, not the black sites or anything like that. But I've said this before, I pretty much agree with Austin to the point where, as a just personal doll owner, not doing a YouTube show, I wouldn't get every doll in the world. You know, I would cap it, because you don't really need that to be happy. You know, you can have a couple of girls that you like and you'll be set. You know, you'll be set. You know, I'm trying to think. Me, I have, what, 7 girls now? 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I think I got 7 girls right now with 8 heads. I think I can probably go, if I was just a personal doll owner, not doing YouTube, it's probably a few more dolls out there that I would feel like I really would love to have right now. And then I could be cool. You know, I could be cool. But for the sake of the show and for the sake of growth and showing you new things, you know, as the show progresses, of course, my dream is a lot bigger than just a few more dolls. I want to be able to touch every doll from every company. But, you know, I think I could probably be cool with 10 or 11 dolls myself. You know, that would be perfect. That would be a perfect number. A great little rotation of girls. Always freshening the scene up by bringing a new lady out. But keep in mind, I'm already very happy with the girls that I have today. I'm already very happy. You know, I'm still looking forward to the future, bringing you new dolls, doing more doll reviews, showing you how new companies do things. But like I say, as a personal doll owner, I understand what Austin is saying. He doesn't need many more than 2 or 3 dolls. And honestly, attention-wise, 2 or 3 is probably a perfect number. Because with 2 or 3 girls, you can show all of them the necessary attention, as far as just, you know, having them around for companionship, as well as keeping them clean. You know, that's a perfect number. It's not overwhelming. So that's a good number to have. Good number to have. He said, instead of having a harem of dogs, I'd rather have my handful of girls and spoil the hell out of them. Between Samantha, Tifa, and Ruby, what more do I need? Oh, yeah, I feel what you're saying. But I tell you what, though, thank you, God. With my harem of dogs, I'm still going to be spoiling them all. Because I always say, thank you, God, that he's going to bless me with the resources to have more and more dogs. Because I don't want to just live in a house where the dogs are just squeezing me out and I don't have the resources to keep them taken care of and in the right way. Now, right now, I'm actually a bit thin on resources. I've talked about this before, where my girls do not look like I want them to look. You know, I would love all of them to have different clothing and things of that nature. Now, I take care of them as far as bathing them and keeping them taken care of in that way, but I would love to have them with different styles and things of that nature as far as clothing that I just can't afford right now. And you don't even have to spend a whole bunch of money on clothes. That's not what I need to do. I don't need to spend $100 on the outfit, but it's just the fact that my resources at this moment are all dedicated to just staying alive. You know, back when I had a 9 to 5, and I was, you know, this wasn't my full job as it is now. I did have more resources. I thought I turned it off. I had more resources available. But right now, I've talked about it. I'm just literally blessed to still be able to do what I'm doing today. And I'm taking joy into today. I'm not worried about tomorrow. Today, I can do my show, and that's what I'm happy about. But like I say, it will come a time where I can afford to even do better by the girls. But like you said, if I only had 3 girls, they would have a lot more clothes available to them. Because right now we're spread out thin. You know, we're spread out thin. So I just want to just go back to what he said as far as like what more do I need? And I just feel him on that. When you're a private dog owner, you know, when you get you a few girls, the operative word there is need. You don't really need a whole bunch more. Now, human nature, you're always going to be looking out at the next best thing. Like, man, I want that dog too. I want that dog. It's sort of like dating human women. You know, you may be happy with a girl, you may be in love with her, but your eyes are still going to be looking out like, ooh, wait, I know I'm with this girl, but I like her over there. And I don't think the dog game is any different. You know, you can have the 3 perfect girls you want, and the next day you go look online, you will see another girl that you would love to have. So that's just how it is. Tyra Moore. Tyra Moore says, salute Jay and the girls. What up, Tyra? Good to see you, man. Like I say, I don't know if it's just a female name, because sometimes people use the female name for their dogs as their sign on. So if you're using a female name, glad to have you. If this is an actual human woman, glad to have you. I always say I'm happy to have what I call the human vaginas stopping by saying hello. So glad to have you, Tyra. Let me do this really quick, guys. I want to send a shout out to people who support the show right quick before I get fully into everything. All my Dog King Army team members, you know, I want to appreciate all of them and call out their names. I got my guy Sane, who's a Dog King Army team member. And if you want to be a team member, you can join by going to the home page of my YouTube channel. You can check the descriptions, the links in the description of my videos. You can become a team member there, or you can check the about section of my YouTube channel. But my guy Sane, shouts out to him, Oslin, James Krause, the Max Blader. Appreciate him. I don't ever really hear from this guy, but he's a supporter of the show. I appreciate him. He's been 3 months in. My guy Steve, oh man, this guy's always donating to the show. And you know what? He does his best to keep this my job. You know, he donates to the show, and he does. Hey, look, if I had 3,000 Steve O's, the show would really be in a good place right now. So I appreciate him. Heavy Metal Maltese, longtime supporter of the show. And he's also really one of my only active members in my Discord. And if you're a team member, you can join my Discord. I've sent the link out before, and I need to send that out to my team members again. So thank you, Heavy Metal Maltese, for being here. My guy Leo, longtime Dog King Army team member, he's always checking in. SCB7, 7 months in. Glad to have her. She was like my second Dog King Army team member. DAS, another guy that has contributed a lot to this show. I really appreciate him. My guy Comic Book, a big time supporter of the show. Thank you, man. I never hear from him, but he's always supported the show. And Blue CCG. Oh my God, it looks like I lost somebody. Oh yes, I lost KD. I had my guy KD was supporting me. He been supporting me since the beginning. So I guess his finances sort of ran into a point where he couldn't support me right now, but God bless him because he was a long-time supporter of the show. So I appreciate all of you guys for your weekly support. And if you ever want to support the show, you can be a Dog King Army team member. You can do a live chat, super chat or super sticker during a live stream. You can do a super thanks on individual videos. You can donate on Cash App or PayPal in the About section of my YouTube channel or in the description of my videos. You can go through my Amazon links and you don't have to buy the things that I suggest, but just going through the link, buying whatever you want to buy. Because once you go through the link, it's going to hook up to your Amazon account. You don't have to do anything else. You're going to be able to purchase things like you normally do, but you can buy a pair of socks on Amazon, and it's going to help the show if you go through my link. So those are ways that you can donate to the show, man. And I also have like an old fundraiser that's still linked onto the show, and you can help that way as well. So all of your support is much appreciated, and it helps me continue to do what I love to do every day and help others in the process. So glad to have all of you guys helping because I've had a lot of great people to help. Thang Nguyen says, does any of your girls identify as a different gender? No, I'm not with the identifying stuff. You know, I respect anybody that wants to do all that identifying mess. No offense, man. Do whatever you want to do. God bless you. I'm just not with it. You know, I'm not really with it. You know, I'm not with it. I'm not with the him, her, these, and thems. You know, for my purposes, I'm not really with it. All of my girls are just girls. You know, so. Bullet Jaw says, your dogs are sexy. Thank you, my friend. You know, I've been loving this girl, this big, thick joker sitting next to me right here. She was on the show like a whole week. And then I switched her out with the beautiful Himawari. But Saima, she had a different outfit on. I put her nightgown on, and I had her land with me for a few days. But we did a show about WM Doll, and she's a WM Doll. So I brought her back out to sit with me for a couple of shows, and really loving her with her little nightgown on. It's not too revealing, but I really love it. I really love it. So thank you for that compliment. Tyra Moore says they identify as synthetic. Not really. You know, they are synthetic, but I don't even think of them as that, really. I just think of them as my companions, you know, honestly. I think of them as my companions. So, yeah, I'm just being honest. I'm just really not with the whole identified thing. I'm just really not with it. You know, that's just not my thing, you know. I'm not really with all that, you know. And like I said, you can call yourself even there. Now, the thing I'm just really not into is the they, them, and all that type of stuff. I'm sorry. You know, I'm not intentionally going to try to disrespect anybody, but let me tell you something. You're not getting me to say they and them. It's just, you just ain't getting me to do it. Sorry. When I see you and you looking like a human woman, guess what? That's what you are in my mind. You know, hey, you're a she or he. I don't go with the they, thems, and thous. I'm sorry, you know. You can be that, and if you say, "Hey, Jay, call me that," I call you that. But from my standpoint, that stuff it's more confusing than anything. To me, you're a he or a she. I'm sorry. Yeah. Tyra Moore says, Jay, you should make an Amazon wish list for the girls' outfits. Man, you know what? I actually should make some wish lists. I actually should do that. You know, I've been thinking about doing that for a while, and I just have not gotten around to making any wish lists. So yeah, for the girls though, I don't really know what I would. I think that I don't really know, man. From the clothes I've seen on Amazon and stuff, I don't really like the clothes on Amazon for the girls. If I was to make an Amazon wish list, it would probably be revolving around my bike channel, because I do have a biking channel called Biking with JayDollKingHefner, and you can join that, subscribe to that if you like bike commuting and things of that nature, because I don't have a vehicle. I don't have a car as a vehicle. I have my bike that I ride around, so I have a channel dedicated to that. And as far as a wish list, it would be things that I would have on a wish list on Amazon, especially for my bikes, you know, as far as things that I can use to camp with and things like that for longer trips in the future. But as far as a wish list for my girls, you know, it's probably some wigs or something like that on Amazon that I would like to have for my girls. But I would more or less like to get something for my girls, like off of a Shane website, something like that. That's probably what I would really want to shop for them at, somewhere like that. So I will look. I will take a look. But you know, I've taken a look on Amazon before. I just haven't seen anything that really appeals to me a lot from a clothing standpoint. Maybe I take another look and see if I can put a wish list together, because that is a great idea. So, and that's another way that people can support the show. So, great idea, Tyra. So with all that said, we're going to jump right into the meat of things. We're going to hit these videos. I don't have a million comments, as I've said before. So this should be a bit of a shorter show. Let's see what we got to work with. Chia. Oh, somebody just donated. Who was that? Somebody just donated. I think. Let me see. TJ Moore. Oh man, TJ Moore just donated $25. He said salute to Jay and the girls. And man, that's a gigantic blessing. A sizable contribution. I appreciate you, TJ. That's so that's probably you, Tyra. Is that you, Tyra, who just donated? I'm assuming that's you, because yeah, that's got to be you. There's got to be you, because it's not just going to be another Moore, I don't think, that's donating. Yeah, he said, that's me, TJ. Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Tyra says, yes, I'm Tyra J. Moore. Tyra says, Shane is good too. And then that's me, TJ, Tyra J. Moore. Thank you so much for your contribution, Tyra. Believe me, every little bit helps. Right now, like I say, all your donations, however you can support the show, really goes a long way, because I'm trying to continue to do this full time. You know, right now I'm trying to keep the lights on so I can keep doing this. And, you know, as you can see, God has me here another day. So thank you for your contributions. I really appreciate you. And that's a sizable contribution. Hey, it goes a long way. It goes a long way. All your contributions, you know, even you hitting the like button, sharing the show, spending time here, it all helps. Look like I got a couple of new comments here. Okay. But the first video, because all of you that don't know, the first the Docking Power Hour, it's all about me going through my comments from my videos for the previous week. And I try to answer everybody, unless you're talking about something ridiculous or something like that, then I won't comment. But I try to answer everybody, but sometimes I don't get a chance to get my full thoughts out as far as responding to you in a text format. So I use this show to sort of go a little bit deeper with my thoughts. And so we're going to start out with okay. I did a video called Saima is ready for bed. And I basically it was a little short video where I was just showing her laying down in the bed and had her. That's when I had first put her nightgown on her. She was looking all beautiful. And I had my guy ZZZZZ chime in and says, Iron Tick Dog, your Iron Tick Dog needs service. What's wrong with it? Does it have loose joints? Well, in the video, I said I needed to switch because my Iron Tick Dog was the one laying in the bed with me. And I said I needed to switch my Iron Tick Dog out for a service. And I it was sort of bad wording on my part. What I meant was I needed to switch her out so I can do some videos with her. And I put the beautiful Saima in the bed, to be my bed companion. Because as you can see, I have Himawari back over there, my Iron Tick Dog. I have Himawari back over in the bed as my bed companion for right now, because I have Saima working. So that's all I actually meant by that. And that's what I told him. I said, I was just saying it's time for Saima to rest because my Iron Tick Dog has to film some videos. And I said, she's in service, not out of service. So that was sort of bad on me. I said, thank you for the concern. Because, I appreciated him for saying, hey, man, because he sounded weird, like, hey, what's wrong with your Iron Tick Dog? But no, Iron Tick Dog is 100% well. She's doing amazing. So that was just a quick comment on that video. So like I say, all of your comments, I'm going to be paying attention to, especially while the channel is still growing. It may get to a time where I have so many comments where it's just overwhelming. But right now, God has blessed me to where, hey, I can go through all these comments and talk about most of them. What else do I have? Okay, let me see. Yep. My next video is my WM Dog Saima has great sound effects. That's when there you go. That's when I was doing a video just talking about how, man, even though I don't make love to my dogs, boy, this girl has some great sound effects when you slap on her legs. And I've been addicted to this leg slapping because I've been firing these girls up. Every time I walk past them, I've been slapping on Saima's legs or slapping on Himawari's legs because they just make such good sounds. I can't lie. I just love it. I love it. And I was just basically saying in that video that if I was making love to my girls, that Saima, she really makes some of the best sounds out of all of my girls. And I said, ooh, wait. I just can imagine if I was making love to my dogs, that girl would be sounding off in the bedroom in a good way. So that's all that video was about. It was a quick, short video. And Phantom Storm said, she's beautiful and the legs look amazing. This is the best thing about this girl is her legs. That's the best thing about her. Man, it's this girl. I'm going to show y'all this girl. It's this girl on my Instagram. I love this woman. She is so fine. But I promise you, I'm going to give her credit. She's probably finer than Saima because Saima is so thick in the booty and the legs. I really love this girl, but I can't lie. I've always thought of Saima is, it's not many human women that are built up like her. But it's this one girl on my Instagram where every time I see her, I'm like, this girl really reminds me of Saima. She really does. And this is girl called Matosa Reality. I've seen her try to move her butt and she can't move it that good, but she looks absolutely amazing. So I'm going to show you the equivalent of Saima in human form. But like I said, I think she may be a little bit better. I'm going to be honest. She is super fine. So let me see. And I love women of all sizes, shapes, and sizes. Petite woman is probably my favorite, but short and petite. But I love women of all sizes. Thick women. Some women can be a little taller. You know, I don't really like going over 5'3", but I'm just saying I'm still attracted to some women that are taller. So, but this girl here, I'm gonna show you her. So this is the girl that Saima reminds me of, or reminds me of Saima. So she is super thick, and this picture of her, I promise you, she does not even look real on this picture. She does not even look real with her legs, but because I was like, because you know, I haven't seen too many human women with legs as big as Saima's. I really haven't. But this girl has legs that are probably bigger than Saima's. It is so up. And look, Saima actually has a nice trim waistline, but I promise you, her waist is so in shape that it looks fake, but it's not. It's not. And Lord have mercy, she just has it all going on. I guarantee you. You know, that thing probably smells absolutely amazing. I can tell you that right now. I can't imagine that not smelling like it needs to smell. Lord have mercy. Some people think that's too much, but where I come from, there's no such thing as that being too much. But yeah, this girl is definitely worth the follow. I promise you, you know what? I'm into I hate I dropped it. I'm into synthetic women. As having them as my long-term companions. But like I told you, I still love the human woman as well. And Lord have mercy, this girl here, she is literally built up like a companion dog. Really, like a BBW companion dog. So I'm gonna stop sharing her because she blows my damn mind. Lord have mercy. Whew. Either way, I had to show you all her though, because honestly, this is who this girl really remind me of each other, you know, because Saima's legs are so big. So yeah. So either way, we're gonna keep it right on moving. I'm gonna take a break right quick. Let me see what happened. My guy Power Brain checked in and said, Shalom, Jay. How you doing, brother? I'm doing good, Power Brain. Good to see you. Eternal Bachelorhood of Tao says, hello. I think he was going to say hello, Dog King, but he just said hello and Dio and then didn't say anything else. So good to see you here, Eternal Bachelor. And Power Brain says, Eternal Moore, we may be related. I'm David Moore. So either way, let's keep it moving. I'm going to go to the next video. And the next video is, I did a video about Real Lady. Because Iron Doll has a new division of silicone doll that's coming out very soon. And they finally actually produced some full prototypes of the girls. At first, I was just seeing things behind the scenes, sculptures that they had sent me. And I shared those sculptures on videos. But recently, they came out with the actual they actually came out with the actual prototypes of the Real Lady series, the new silicone series from Iron Doll. And so I did a video on that. My guy Rock Gut Bloated commented on that video, and he says, Iron Tech is going to be my next big purchase in the future when I need to replace the body of Samantha. He says, hopefully, prices will drop on these advanced dolls when I decide to get them. And what I told him is, I said, you cannot go wrong with Iron Tech doll. Whether you get TPE or silicone, they already have an amazing silicone series right now. They really do. And this Real Lady series is going to be going to go to another level. But you could actually get one of their silicone dolls right now and be very happy. And right now their silicone series is called the Realistic series. But this new series is, like I say, going to be called the Real Lady series. Rock Up Bloated, I told him, I said, you can't go wrong with Iron Tech. There will always be price drops. It's just natural. Whenever they come out with these dolls, if you go through my vendors, and that's something I think I forgot to mention on the beginning of the show, which I can't believe it. But that's another way you can support the show is by when you ever decide to get a campaign doll, use the links in the description of my videos or the about section of my YouTube channel. Go through my vendor links. That's another way you can keep the show going strong. So with all that said, you're going to always find price drops with my vendors. They're always going to have free giveaways. So that's going to never be a problem. But this is what I say. There's always going to be price drops and sales, but you also have to be prepared to spend a bit more for great quality products because, a lot of times, people are just straight up deterred and they want to wait till something gets dirt cheap. Well, you know what? A lot of times the good quality dolls, they aren't going to get dirt cheap. Why? Because they're good quality dolls. So you actually have to have in your mind made up, hey, man, I'm just going to spend a little bit more for a quality product. Don't go on the Amazons, don't go on these black sites getting these dolls is going to break in 2 days, or these dolls are going to have you breaking out in a rash because they're made of the wrong stuff. Go ahead and go through one of the links in the description of my videos or the about section of my YouTube channel. Go to a legit vendor, manufacturer, get the doll the way it's supposed to be made. You may end up spending, a few extra dollars on a real legitimate doll, but you're going to be happy in the long run. Sometimes you just got to pay a little bit more for quality products. That's it. I told him it's just an investment in yourself, and that's always worth it because that's what these dolls are. You're investing in your happiness. You're investing in your peace, and you can't really put a price tag on that. And like I say, if you date a human woman, you're going to be out of money. You're going to take her out sometimes. You're going to, have to spend some money sometimes. Even if she's not some sort of a gold digger, you're going to be spending money with your human girlfriend. So with the dolls, you're just going to be spending that money up front. And I say investing in yourself is always worth it. And I also say I can't wait to see what girl he would choose in the future. Shao Quan says they got black. He said, he asked me, do they have black pink dolls on the way? He said, if so, it's a wrap. And I say they can't make replicas of them without their consent, but it's definitely possible. And Blackpink is it's a singing band, a singing group. I'm not very familiar with them, but they're an Asian singing group. All of the group members are of Asian descent. They all seem very cute. I don't know much about them, but unless they license one of these companies to make their likeness, these companies can't do that, or they'll run the risk of getting sued. Now, you can always talk to one of these companion doll companies and say, hey, I want a doll made to look similar to one of these girls, and they'll try to come as close as possible. But they can't make a direct replica and sell it as a Blackpink doll or any other celebrity without their consent. My guy Hank here says very interested in the information about the Real Lady series. Thanks for the update. I just gave him a thumbs up. Just kind of doing it, says can't wait for the Real Lady series. And I just liked his comment. My guy DAS, Dog King Army team member, says, I love Iron Tech. He said, I was really interested in the 164 centimeter Fanny. But he says, I might have to wait to see about this new series you're talking about. Thanks for the info, Dog King. I said, you still can't go wrong with the current lineup of Iron Tech silicone girls. If you get an Iron Tech silicone doll today, you ain't finna be upset. That girl I have on the bed, I love her to death. She's amazing. So you're not gonna be upset. I said, but it can't hurt to see how this new series would turn out before you make your decision. And I told him Finny will be a great choice. I love the Finny, doll from Iron Tech. And that was all that I had on that video, as far as I can tell. Let me see. I want to make sure. I think I got them all though. Yep, I got them all. So the next video that I have is Zion Williamson fell for the bait. Oh my God. Now, this is one of the videos that I did based off a story that I read. And Zion Williamson, he's an NBA player. He's an NBA player. And I had already did videos about don't fall for the bait. Basically, don't fall for the baby bait. If you're out there still dating human women, don't mess around and have a baby and you're not, and you didn't want the baby, or don't get surprised with having the baby, by one of these human women. Because especially if you have a nice bank account, some, not all, because there's a lot of great human women out there that don't do these type of devious things. But some women, they're gold diggers. If they can't get you to marry them, they'll put a hole in your condom, or they'll try to hold you down while you're making love so they can get you a baby. And they know that, guess what? You might not marry me, but you're going to be paying child support for at least 18 years, and I'm going to be sifting money from your bank account. And, some women literally do that on purpose. So recently, Zion Williams, I did a video about him. He got on the internet posting, talking about how happy he was that he got his girlfriend pregnant, blah, blah, blah. And I had just done a video about don't fall for the baby bait. And that's why I say this fool fell for the bait, because he's all on that video showing every tooth in his mouth, so damn happy, and he don't understand that he finna get his bank account sifted. Because while he's showing every tooth in his mouth, I talked about it. The girl on that video, the girl that he is having a baby with, she's not even really smiling. She's like, she got a smirk on her face like, yep, I got this fool. Because she does. She doesn't have to do anything else for the rest of her life. She's going to be getting paid a nice sum of money every month because she has his baby. So while he's doing all that cheesing and smiling, she laughing at his dumb ass. He doesn't have to keep going with her. She ain't got to stay in a relationship with him or nothing. Now, if she's a great woman, God bless her and God bless, them and their union. But in most cases, especially when you're a guy that's doing well out here, like an NBA player or something like that, these women have you targeted. And a lot of these people that's wealthy, these guys, everybody has a little bit of a sense of pride about themselves. But I think they really start thinking that, oh, she like me because I'm handsome. She like me because I'm fine. No, she like you because you got millions in your damn bank account. If it weren't for your millions in the bank account, she'll be dating JoJo across the street. But guess what? JoJo ain't got no millions, so she dating your dumb ass. So, with all that said, got some comments on this video. And my guy Andrew, well, I ain't gonna say his last name, but Andrew says, these so-called ladies, as you call them, are not ladies in my eyes. And I didn't know whether he was talking about my companion dogs or whether actually he was talking about actually human females. So I said, I don't know which ladies you're referring to. I said, are you saying the synthetic girls aren't ladies, or the gold diggers aren't ladies? And my guy Brendan J says, man, I thought the same thing. He said, Jay, he's most likely talking about these gold diggers, not the companion dogs. He says, I know I am. He says the companion dogs are 100% ladies in my eyes. In fact, they're 100 times more of a lady than your average American human woman will ever be. Now, I'm not going to go that far, but he is right to an extent to say these companion dogs are way more lady than a lot of women. I'm not going to say most average human women, but they are much more lady than a lot of women, because you don't have to worry about all the devious acts being committed. Your companion dog will not do you wrong. So he's right. They are better than a lot of women. Andrew says, I'm definitely talking about the so-called ladies. He talking about the human ladies. He says, as a twice divorced person, he says he had to get rid of the girlfriend. I don't know. He reworded this wrong, but I'm going to try to reword it. He said something about, he said he had to get rid of his girlfriend because she left him with debts. Oh, look like he said he had to get rid of his girlfriend because she left him with debts, and also his last wife, I'm assuming. He said, I recovered by buying girls and taking girls in to repair. So I guess he was taking in companion dogs to do repairs on. He says, I have a lot of girls now, with a bonus coming is he won a Zelex Asian Beauty. Now, I was talking about winning a free Zelex dog. I don't know if he actually won that particular competition or not, but he says he won a dog from Zelex, which is pretty damn cool. I know even as a even having my channel, even though I was telling you guys about the contest, I submitted myself to being in all these contests as well. I didn't win though. I told him, I said, glad to get clarification on what he meant as far as which ladies he was talking about were when he was like these so-called ladies. I'm glad that he gave me clarification about who he was talking about. And he was talking about the human ladies that aren't so good. And I say, congratulations on getting that new girl on the way. Especially if you won a contest. That's a damn good way to get a companion dog, you know, from winning one of these contests. And I'm always sharing these contests, so pay attention to the channel. If you don't know some of these contests are happening, watching the channel on a consistent basis. As soon as I find out about any vendor or manufacturer that's doing a giveaway, I'm always trying to let you know. Master J360 says, by the way, my 160 centimeter iron tick dog came 3 days ago. She's absolutely stunning, and no child support included after our first love making session, he says. I said, I'm so happy for you, my friend. He made me laugh. I said, definitely no child support included. Man, I can't lie, man. That whole child support thing, it's just like a horror. It could be a horror show because, like I say, if guys don't get a DNA test, man, you don't even know if that's your child. You may end up paying for a child that's not even yours. So it can be, you know, like having a baby can be a nightmare for a human man. You know, if it's your baby, that's fine. Take care of your baby. That's all great. But just the fact that it's a chance that it could be not be your baby and you still be stuck paying child support, that is a straight nightmare. My enemy says, what a horrible mess. Talking about with Zion Williamson. And I say this, it's potentially a horrible mess. That's for damn sure. DAS says, I feel bad for him. It's only a matter of time before he loses half of his income. And look, he's right on the money, because she already has him by the balls right now. He said, it's a shame. He said, if I was a pro baller, I would freeze some of my swimmers and get snipped. So he's basically saying he freeze some of his sperm and get himself snipped. So that way he wouldn't have to worry about getting the girl pregnant by mistake. And I guess if he wants to get her pregnant, he can just, unfreeze some of his sperm and get the girl impregnated. And he's better than me because I've never wanted children. Never. It was a time where I started thinking about getting married, but I never wanted kids. Never. I just never wanted kids. And so we're a bit different in that regard. And I'll tell you what how I feel about getting snipped in my comments. but I'm not a fan of it. I'll let you know. He says, at that level, being a pro baller, you're such a target. He says, to be honest, I would probably go overseas during the off season for my fun. He says, someplace nobody knew me, then just be a monk during the season. He says, way safer play, be easy. And man, I agree with him, man. I'd be taking my ass overseas too, but let me read you what I responded, or how I responded to him. I said, man, I don't know why these guys go raw dog in these women, knowing that they are hunting their income. Just keep a condom on. He said, and then I told him I would never get clipped. You know, I would never get a vasectomy. I'm sorry. I don't want kids, but it's just something about it, man. I don't trust these doctors to cut the right line. All it takes is for a doctor to have a hangover one morning, coming in to do your operation, is snip. Oh, damn. Oh, look, damn. I cut the wrong line. Nah, bro. And next thing you know, old Jimmy down there ain't never acting the same again. So, nah, I can't lie. I just can't trust nobody clipping my line. I'm sorry. I just keep a condom on. And don't ever take a condom from a woman. Remember that. I said, I don't trust the doctor doing any surgery in their region. I double down on that. I said, they may cut the wrong line and it's over, what I just said. I said, I can't trust it, but I'm definitely for wearing protection. I said, it's worked for me all my life. I say, I agree about going overseas, though. Because I've always said, man, these NBA players go overseas in the offseason. Relax, man. See some different things. You know, hey, what do you get away from the house, man. You got the resources. And that's what I said. Get the hell out of the USA. Relax with some foreign beautiful women. I said, hey, get a doll. You'll get a companion doll. And be selective with the human women you date in the States. Because, you get a companion doll, you ain't worried about getting married, and, you ain't worried about having to lock a human woman down. You can have a companion doll at the house. You don't have to make love to her, but that can be your company, just like I have my girls. By being an NBA player, you're not going to have any trouble getting human women. So guess what? You can actually date a variety of human women, make love. You don't have to pin yourself down. And like I say, if you ever get a little bit lonely at the house, you can have a companion out there to keep you company. I said, he's done now because she and possibly more women already have their hands in his pocket. God bless you, my friend, and have a good one. Oh, yeah, because I was talking about a woman in the video. She's an actual porn star or adult film star. And she was saying, hey, that she had been dating Zion as well. And she said, in that video, she said, you better hope I ain't pregnant. And I mentioned in that video about how, it is some real gold diggers out here, because if she just wanted to have his baby, if she just wanted a baby, she wouldn't have brought up the fact of, you better hope I'm not pregnant, because that's what she told him. And by saying you better hope I'm not pregnant, you're saying two things at once. You're basically saying you better hope I'm not pregnant. At the same time, you're saying, because I'm going to take as much money from you as possible. And so she really just verified everything that I was saying. When you're well-to-do, you definitely got to watch your finances. You definitely got to watch where you're dropping your seeds, as far as when you're making love to these human women. All of them are not bad. It's some great human women out here. But hey, when you're doing good in life financially, you're a target. I got a viewer called The One Who Gives Likes. Never seen this person, but this person says, in my life, I've seen a lot of young athletic basketball players who train hard, married to fat, short, and ugly women without any interest for any sports or physical activity. Not even they look feminine or dress well. Simple jeans, t-shirts, and ponytails. Well, you know what? His last statement, I'm not really one where my girl has to do a lot of dressing up. I actually love a woman that has some jeans, t-shirts on, and ponytails, and without a lot of makeup. I'm cool with a woman looking normal like that. So that's where we sort of differ on that. But I said a lot of them do make bad choices in regards to getting a attractive human woman, you know, and that's to each his own, you know, about who they think are attractive. But I promise you, yeah, some of them do have some unattractive mates. But a lot of that is subjective, you know, because you could think a girl is fat, but she may just be thick to them. I love short women. He says short and ugly, though. But I love short women. Ugly women is subjective. So, you know, what I think is ugly, somebody else may think is beautiful. So, but he's right about these guys may marry a woman who doesn't have any interest in sports or physical activity, meaning that guess what? They don't even have any interest in what you're doing whatsoever. They literally just want to be with you for your finances. So he said a lot of right things, though. Malik Musa says 100% for show. Just kind of, you know, basically agreeing with the video, what I was talking about, just kind of doing it. Says, yes, sir. Anonymous gave me a fist bump. Eddie Morris says, he says, Zion would do it all over again over sleeping with an inanimate object, talking about companion dogs. And this is what I said. I never said he had to sleep with a companion dog. I said he could have a companion dog for companionship, and he can use protection when he hooks up with the human woman if he wants to be with them physically. I told him, I don't even have sex with my companion dogs. So that's not a necessity. You know, when you have one of these ladies, making love to them is not a necessity. You know, you could just literally have them to keep you company, be there for you to hug on, kiss on, and, you know, you can still date human women. That could be your main thing. But the companion dog just has you to where you're not in a rush trying to get any damn woman you can find to start living with you and be your wife. Because I've told you, it's hard to find a mate, somebody you want to be with you in your house all the time, 24/7. It's hard to find that match. So that was all the comments I had on that video. Let's see. Check my comments right quick. Oh, my guy, the I guess it's Wild Man 13. The Pariah says, what was the Instagram chick's name? Her name was Matt. Let me see. It was Matt So Reality, I believe. Let me see what it was. What is her name again? I'm gonna put it back up here for y'all to see her again. That girl is a fine woman. Lord have mercy. Oh, her name is Matosa Reality. I'll share it one more time for everybody who didn't. Somebody may not have saw her, but I was comparing her to this girl sitting right next to me because she's one of the only women that I've seen whose legs can compare to Saima's, because Saima has some amazing legs. But yeah, this girl's name is Matosa Reality, Matosa Reality, and this girl is, whoa, Lord have mercy, she is absolutely amazing. Andy the Virgo says, Jay, God bless you, friend. What up, Andy? Good to see you. Long time. Miss these lives. How are you doing today? Good to see you, man. I'm doing great. God is blessing me, like I told him, blessing me to do my dream one more day. I was praying to God today, just thanking him. I'm like, you know what, God? I can't see going forward. I don't know how my finances are going to come together. I just know that you're going to make a way for me to keep doing my dream. You know, I got some great, amazing viewers who try to keep me going. They try to donate. It's just a few of them right now that's donating. If I had more, the show would be in great hands. But I'm just thankful for how long I've been able to do this show with the resources that I had saved up. I've dedicated my whole life to this, all my resources. And I was just telling God, you know, it's not about tomorrow. Today, my lights are on. Today, I got a little food in the refrigerator. Today, I got energy. I got vibrance. I'm blessed to do what I love to do every day. Some people never get a chance to do what they love to do. So, man, I'm just happy to be here, man. Happy to be here. And I'm doing great. And I hope all of you are doing great. Bullet Jaw says, my Uncle Sug needs one of your dogs. Well, he can get one, he can get a dog, but he can't get one of my dogs. You know, I've had people ask me, hey man, would you ever rent your dogs out? Da, 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 da. I'm like, no. I would never want my dogs to get contaminated by another person. And another thing, I don't make love to my girls, so I definitely don't want anybody making love to my girls. You know, anybody else making love. So, but tell your Uncle Sug he needs to come on my channel, go to my descriptions of my videos. I got links, or go to the about section of my YouTube channel. I got links, and he can find him a dog by going through the show. That's sort of funny. Mr. Powerbrain says the porn star can sue him for palimony. You crazy, man. First and Last says, hey, John King. What up, First and Last? Good to see you, my friend. Andy Virgo says, I'm happy to see you healthy and well. Man, yeah, speaking of healthy, I'm still going through some things with my health, but God is blessing me to feel a little bit better every single day. He's handling it. He's taking care of it. I'm claiming healing, baby. It's been a lot of days over here I haven't been feeling well, but I've been saying, you know what? I might not feel good, but health is on the way. I might not feel good, but I'm healed. And it hasn't stopped me from doing one show. I've been powering through it, baby. And I want you guys to do the same thing. Like God say, let the sick say they heal, baby. Let them say they well. Let the weak say they strong. So you may feel a certain way, but speak against it. You know, speak how you want God to come into your life and heal you, make you feel better. And I guarantee you, he will definitely do it. Because, you know, every day I wake up, I just feel a little bit better. I have had a day or two I felt like I had a bit of a setback, but I'm getting better every single day. Thank you, Jesus. So with all that said, we're going to keep rolling. What was my next video? Oh, speaking of God, my next video is don't give up on life. I do a show every week on Sundays called Reset Sundays, where I just give a positive, uplifting message. And honestly, it's based off of my spirituality and my belief in God. You know, I don't try to beat you over the head and try to, you know, force you to believe what I'm believing. It's just me sharing the word, sharing my faith with you. I'm not going to even mention her name, but I've seen this one creator. You know, she reminds me of when I was growing up, and you have these people that are religious, where they try to beat people over the head and tell them they're going to hell and all this other stuff to try to force people to believe what they believe. And I'm like, I always like, God bless those people because they're on their own spiritual journey. But I'd be like, excuse me, people just don't know. That's not the way to get anybody involved in God, man. You know, trying to scare them or tell them that their sins are going to send them to hell and all this other craziness. You know, that's not bringing anybody closer to God, trying to scare somebody into God, because there's really the wrong perception of God. You know, he's not out here waiting to punish people. He's not out here looking to just attack the wicked. You know, he's not looking, if anything, he wants to save as many souls. He wants to show people forgiveness more than he wants to show you his wrath. You know, we don't serve a God that's just out here trying to harm people. Oh, you sin today, you dead. You sin, you dead. No, he's not looking to do that. You know, and it's people of faith, people that, you know, do believe in God. It's not our job to try to judge people and tell people every second what they're doing wrong in their life. Why? Because as good of a person as I am, and as good as a person that people out there trying to be, we're all still making mistakes on a daily basis. We all have to ask forgiveness for our own sins. But I've seen these, I'm not going to name her, but I've seen her online try to call out people's sins. You sinning, you wrong, you going to hell. Whoa, that ain't your job. You know, that's not your job. What your job is to be the best person you can be, show love, compassion, kindness, you know, treat people the right way, and then maybe somebody that doesn't believe will see you and be like, hey, I want to be like that. That's how you change lives, not by trying to call out people's sin and beat them up. You know? And so my show isn't about that. It's about uplifting you, getting you in the right direction for the new week. And this episode, I was like, basically, once again, I go by my spirit. And I had something to come to me saying, hey, Jay, because I never have a rough day as far as spiritually. I wake up, I'm always in a good mood. God has blessed me. Whether I don't have as much money in my bank account, whether something is going wrong in my health or whatever, I'm thankful for being able to wake up another day, hopeful for the good things God is going to bring into my life. But one day I woke up and it was a spirit of depression trying to come over me, trying to get me discouraged about my YouTube channel, trying to get me discouraged about my finances, trying to get me discouraged about my health. And these things used to always come against me before I became the Dog King, or before my faith even got stronger to the point that it is now in God. I still used to fight it off then, but it used to affect me a lot more. But now I've learned how to handle those things. But this spirit of depression tried to come over me, and I'm like, no. That's maybe the old Jay you could have did this with, but you can't do that with the new Jay. And I fought it off, and I'm like, no. God has good things for me, good health, good prosperity. I started speaking all the good things in my life. But I was like, you know what? These type of thoughts come against people every day, and it will have you wanting to give up on your life. And that's why I said, no. I'm gonna make a video about this. And I said, nah, when these so-called depressing thoughts want to try to come against you, you come against those thoughts. Don't believe it. And guess what? Don't let them talk you into giving up on your life. You got a lot of good stuff to give in this world. You got love, caring. Whatever you love to do is going to help others. It's going to bless other people in your life. So don't give up. That's what that video was about. And DAS says, great episode, Dog King. He says, I just want to tell you, I have no problem with the ROS Starpery head. Okay. It's another video where DAS, my good friend, he was saying how he didn't like the real oral structure. And I talk about that. I get to that video, I'm sure. But he said he didn't like the real oral structure. And that's basically Starpery and several other dog companies. They make the mouth with all the teeth, tongue, epiglottis. They have the real oral structure available. And he was saying how he didn't want the real oral structure in another video. And I think I told, I'm gonna get to that. And I was telling him like, man, I can't believe you don't want that. So he was telling me, he says, I have no problem with the real oral structure on the Starpery head. He said, I'm all about innovation. He said, but the only thing is you can't have implanted hair, eyebrows, or lashes. He says you can get them, but they tell you it's not permanent like the hard head. He said the same with the makeup. I'm all about ultra realism and low maintenance with my silicone girls. He said, since I don't care about oral fun, so it doesn't make sense for me. He says, I'd rather have the implant features and the permanent makeup, but to each their own. Be easy, Dog King. He said, but if anybody can change the game, it's Starpery. They're one of my favorite manufacturers. He said, so who knows? Hold on, let me see. It seemed like something else was supposed to be on there, but it won't let me put it up. So either way, I responded to him and I said, hey, my friend, I actually forgot about the fact that you can't have implanted features with the real oral structure. I said, but I love the realistic mouth. I said, I actually don't want implanted hair on my dolls anymore as far as the head. You know, I will take another hard silicone head that has implanted hair. I'm not saying I won't take one, but I'm not really looking forward to it. I'm glad I have one. And him and Warray, my Iron Tech dog, I have another head for her that has implanted hair, but I love this head better, the one without implanted hair. And this is what I told him. I said, the implanted hair is too permanent for me and a bit of a pain. It's a pain when you're putting the doll's head onto the body, and you can't change the look up with the permanent hair. I mean, I love it because it does add to the realism. But I just don't like the fact that you just can't ever change the hairstyle on the girl, and stuff like that. I said I love implanted eyebrows. Now I do love that. I love the lashes, and I love the implanted pubic hair. I do love that. I say I also love the permanent makeup because my beautiful doll Himawari, she has permanent makeup because she has a hard silicone face. But this is what I said. I said, but I don't love the hard head, because it's not as kissable. I have learned how to kiss her, but she has a hard silicone face. So this girl sitting right next to me, she's a TPE girl. So her lips are, boy, she is extremely kissable. And even my real doll, her lips are softer, so she's more kissable. But when you have a hard silicone face, those lips are going to be hard, brother. I promise you. So they're not as kissable. So I don't really love the hard head. I said, so I would be cool having a soft silicone head to see what it's like. I would be cool with that. I said, I'm addicted to the low maintenance factor, though, and I understand your point. So, because I am addicted to the fact that I never have to change her makeup because it's permanent and it's a bit low maintenance in that regard. I says, I don't use the oral feature on my girls as well, but I love the full mouth structure on my real doll because she's the only girl that has a full mouth structure with teeth, tongue, epiglottis and all of that. And I said, I would love that type of real mouth structure on one of my other dolls in the future. I said, Stoppery will probably offer the real oral structure with lasting implanted hair as they make advancements in the near future. I said, because they definitely keep on innovating. So I understand exactly what DAS means about the real oral structure and about the implanted hair. And like I say, I don't want to deter you from getting a doll with implanted hair. It's definitely realistic and it's definitely cool. But now that I do have one doll with implanted hair, I'm not in a rush to get another doll with implanted hair. Now, if I get another doll, if a company sends me a doll that has implanted hair, I'm not going to be mad at all. But personally, it can be a bit tedious just dealing with that implanted hair when you're taking your doll's head on and off. Stingray told me, awesome episode of Reset Sundays, a powerful message that we can all learn from as far as when I said don't give up on life. He said, thank you, Jay. This is just what I needed to hear. God be with you. And I thank you. I said, thank you and God bless to him. Appreciate Stingray, a good supporter of the show. Cerulean Electric Throne says, always an uplifting word from Jay. I said, I appreciate that, my friend. Black Zach says, amen. Moon Gloomable says, great advice. John Robinson says, I want to express my thanks to you. I'm also giving an update on my recent Kimber doll. He says she's doing great. I got her a human hair, short blonde wig. He says, I want everybody to know you surely know what you're talking about. She has already begun to change, and we're doing great. He said, actually, it's me changing, and I love her as my companion. Anyway, I cannot express my thanks. Keep safe. So I said, thank you, and I'm glad you're happy, my friend, with your Kimber doll. If you get a Kimber doll, that actually won't support the show because they don't offer a affiliate program. So if you buy a Kimber doll, it actually won't help keep the lights on. But they are a friend of the show because I'm a big lover of Kimber dolls. They offer people a way to get into the doll game at a lower price. You can't customize them. They come as is, but they are a great product. They have a standard version and a deluxe version. The deluxe version comes with articulated hands, shrugging shoulders. What other features does it have? Oh, gel breast. The standard feature does not have gel breast. It has solid breast. It has wire fingers, and it doesn't have shrugging shoulders. But I still love the regular version. Their standard versions are still great dolls, as well as the deluxe version. And they're a price that people can afford. And they're one of the few dolls that you can come in at that price range and know that it's not black market, know that it's going to be a high quality product. But other than the Kimber doll, I always tell you to go through the show, go through my links to get any other doll from a real doll on down. You can go through the show. And I told him, thank you for the update. I'm glad you're happy. I said, these girls would definitely change you for the better. I said, you're always happy when you have a great companion. You know, even when I was dating human women, you know, when you're in a good relationship, man, you're going to be happy like none other. Well, like I told him, it's so much better knowing that your girl isn't going anywhere, you know, because when you're in a great human relationship, well, at some point it's going to more than likely come to an end. I say, but when you got a great companion doll, she's just as happy with you as you are with her. I said, God bless you, my friend. I got a new viewer, somebody that just started coming. Uprise Production says, awesome motivational inspiration. Then he says, Uprise, and I like both comments. I didn't say anything else, but I appreciate him for coming. And that's all the comments I had on that video. I'm gonna check in right quick. Tyra Moore. Let me see what Tyra Moore is. Hold on, let me see something. First lad said, is that a doll? Those thighs are thick. He said, in my opinion, women should mainly exercise their thighs, glutes, and abs. Hope you feel better. Thank you for the well wishes. Now, if you're talking about that girl I had on Instagram, no, that's not a doll. That girl is she is a human woman. She does. I promise you, her thighs are so big, she looks like a doll, though. Now, if you were talking about Saima, of course she's a doll. You know that, though. But on Instagram, that was a human woman, and she is a fine one, believe me. Tyra Moore says, Jay, what's your opinion of people that are afraid of dolls coming alive at night? Man, I have nothing. I don't know what to say. You know, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what to say about people that are afraid. All I can say is they're not going to come alive at night. The only thing that's going to come alive is your fear. Because once you feed fear, it's going to get worse and worse. So if you're scared of something, you know, a lot of times it's just going to get worse and worse, you know, because you play into that. You're telling yourself you're scared, and so you get even more scared. But these dolls are not coming alive like a human, you know. They can come alive in your imagination and scare the hell out of you. You can start probably even seeing stuff that's not even happening if you let yourself get scared enough and paranoid enough. But look, I always say this, especially you could just be living in a house alone or something and get scared if you're living in a big house. But here's the deal. Once you put your heart in God's hand, you're not going to be scared of things like that. You know, you're not going to be scared of the dark. You're not going to be scared of things hiding in the shadows. Why? Because I'm going to tell you something. The spirit world is real. There are spirits around you, you know. There are spirits, you know, that you can't see that are around you, you know. But when you got your faith in God and in the right place, you already know that nothing can harm you. Nothing can harm you. So that's the whole thing. And as far as your doll actually coming alive, that's not going to happen. So no sense in trying to scare yourself into thinking about that, you know. And you can't be passive with your thoughts. When these bad thoughts start getting in your head, you got to come against them. If thoughts come in your head saying the doll is going to come in alive, then you got to tell those thoughts in your head to shut the hell up. Like, nah, man, get out of my head. These dolls ain't coming alive. What the hell are you talking about? Get out of here. Stop trying to scare me, get me scared. Man, get out of here. Nah, I believe in God. He got me protected. These dolls ain't coming alive. You know, now if you get a robotic doll, that's different. It's going to be talking to you and all that type of stuff. But these dolls are not going to come alive. So that's the best advice I can give you. Put your faith in God. You won't have anything to worry about. Arthur says, I fail to see the downside in this. Arthur said he want his girls to come alive. He laughing about it. He want his girls to come alive. Me personally, I think I've talked about this before. I like my girls having human type features, but look, if I wanted my girls to come alive, I wouldn't even be in the dog game. You know, if I wanted them to be fully alive, I don't want another, you know what I'm saying? I don't want them to be a full human woman. You see what I'm getting at? If I want to date a human woman, I just go ahead and date a human woman, you know? But I like the fact that they are dogs, that they don't bring a lot of complications into my life. And if you're a human woman out there, I'm not saying I won't ever, I won't ever date a human woman or make love to a human woman again. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that on a full-time basis, the dog life is best for me. It's best for my stress levels. I don't have to think about the girls leaving, doing me wrong, cheating on me, anything like that. You know, I never had a lot of these problems when I was dating human women, but you don't even have to think about this stuff when you have a companion dog. And that's what I said. A human woman can come into my life, and when you date a human woman, you have to deal with those complexities. No problem. But that's why I say I would never replace my companion dogs with a human counterpart, because I wouldn't want to trade my dogs for all of the stress. I can bring a human woman to my life, and even though it may be some stressful things that comes with her, well, I still have my dogs as my rock. You know, they won't be going anywhere. So even if I have to say, you know what, it's not working out with this human woman, I still always have my companion dogs here with me, because they're not going to bring that negativity or stress into my life. So hold on, what was I saying there? Okay. I was talking about dogs coming alive and stuff, and about how I'm cool with my dogs not being alive. And honestly, my same thoughts on dogs coming alive is why I said I will take an AI dog in the future if somebody wants to send me one. But that's another reason I'm not really big on AI, because I don't need my dogs to have conversations with me and walk around. And that's just not the biggest dream for me. You know, I'm not really. Now, once they get to the point where they could do Terminator type things, which I won't be alive when that happens, that'll happen long after a lot of us are gone. But I just don't even wish for that, because, like I say, it's something that I love about the beautiful simplicity of a companion dog not being a human. I actually love them in the form that they are, not talking and just being here for companionship. I like them in the form that they are. So let's move right along. My next video is, I did a real dog review, and I had just one comment from Goldie Nakamoto. I did this a while back, my real dog complete unboxing review. And Goldie Nakamoto says, yo, this commentary is hilarious. So I just laughed and gave a thumbs up. So I never even thought that my commentary on my real dog video was funny, but I know some of the things I say people may find hilarious, but I never even thought about me saying anything funny on that video. Next, I have a video called, how to carry your companion dog. So this is a video that was done by request. I have another request video coming up as well, but a person asked me, hey man, how do you carry the dog? I'm having trouble getting my dog in and out of the bed and stuff. I don't know how to carry her properly, blah, blah, blah. And in this video, I just showed you really the 3 ways I like to carry my dog. You know, I carry them over the thread. That's what it was. I don't call it the bride carry, even though it's the same thing. I call it the carrying her over the threshold. I call it the threshold carry, basically. When you're carrying a bride over the threshold, that's really what I call it. Oh, no, Austin called it the princess carry. That's what he did. I don't call it that. I call it the really the bride or over the threshold carry, where you just have your dog in your arms like this. So that's the main way I carry my girls. And also when I have my girls standing, I carry them in a certain way where I have one arm behind their back and the other arm in their private area. So I demonstrated those things in this video. And you can go back and look at that video if you want to see how I do carry my girls. But let's see. Okay. My guy DAS Dog King Armor Team says, great video, Dog King. I can't add anything to it as we have the same technique as far as carrying our girls. He said, the only thing missing is when I have to pick my girls up from the couch, he says, I still use the princess carry. So he calls it the princess carry as well. He said, but I put a knee in the thigh butt area to get to standing them. Pretty much the same technique. So I didn't understand what he meant about that. Whether he puts the knee in her back or whatever to just get himself standing up, or whether he gets the dog to stand up on their own. I didn't quite understand what he meant by that. But either way, he says, I put the knee in the butt area to get the dog standing, then pretty much this. No, he said to get to standing, and then pretty much the same technique. He said the most important thing, like you said, is to keep your back straight and your arms close to your body to avoid injury. He said, P.S. Why you hating on my honey starpery head? He said, it's cool. We can't agree all the time. At least you like the Roxanne head. I would have strongly disagreed with you there. Be easy, Dog King, because I haven't got to whatever comment he's talking about, but he said something about, he mentioned to me about Iron Tick had a new honey head for their silicone dolls, and I just didn't like it that much. So what I answered him is, I said, I'm glad you like the demo of me carrying the girls. I said, are you using your knee? And this is what I was confused on. I said, are you using your knee to help you stand up with the doll, or do you use your knee to get the doll to stand? I didn't really understand what he was saying on that. I said, I took a look at the honey head that you mentioned, and it just wasn't my flavor. But I said, even great minds have minor differences in taste. So it's crazy. You can have a friend or somebody you know, y'all can like everything just the same, but every now and then it's just going to be something where y'all just have a difference of opinion on. Like, I have a ton of friends who we like the same type of girls, but it'll get to a certain girl they may like, and I'm like, I don't really like her. So, it's always a point where you're going to have a bit of a difference of opinion. Art Jumps Pugakov says, any new improvements on your new dog campaign? And the only new campaign I have is my real dog. And I said, I don't know what you mean or which dog you're really referring to, but all my dogs are the same. I haven't done any improvements or anything to my dogs. I said, and they are all in great condition. So I didn't really understand what he meant. This is a great question. Musty Band-Aid Man says, if a dog has standing feet without the bolts, how long can you leave her like that before they start getting damaged, both with and without shoes? He says, by the way, you'll get a kickback from my dog purchase around the end of this month. He said, I used your link for silicone lovers. I got a Zelix Inspiration Series, Yvonne with the Yvonne head, with the movable jaw, with the automatic sucking vagina. And I told him, when I first got my Iron Tick doll, she had standing feet without the bolts. And I love that. I really do. I said, when I asked Iron Tick about the standing feet without the bolts, they said I can use them like normal. Basically, I can stand her up like normal for any length of time without restrictions. Now, this is what I told him. I said, now, I wouldn't stand my dogs without shoes on. I wouldn't be standing my dogs on hard surfaces or anything like that. And even on a soft surface like a carpet, I still always have shoes on my dogs. I just think it's better to protect their feet. I said, it's best to be cautious to preserve the dog as long as possible. I said, glad you used the link, my friend, and you have a great brand in Zelex. You made a great choice. Now, I have never touched a Zelex dog. They aren't Dog King certified because I have never touched a dog. But honestly, everything I've seen from Zelex, they are an amazing brand to have. So even though I haven't touched one, I really love them. Musty Band-Aid Man says, thank you. He said, I asked Silicone Lovers, the vendor, and they said I shouldn't stand here for more than like 20 minutes. That would be ridiculous if that's the case. I think they're just being extra cautious because, no offense, if Zelex is making a dog with standing feet without the bolts and it can only stand for 20 minutes, they need to revisit their design because something isn't right. And I tried to get in touch with Zelex. I haven't heard anything from them yet, but I want to see exactly what they say because I don't believe that it's a restriction on how long their dog can stand up. But, you know, every company is different. You know, maybe they have tighter restrictions. I'm not sure. But in my professional opinion, I don't believe that after 20 minutes, you have to be worried about having your dog standing up if she has the standing feature, whether that's with bolts or without. I said that 20 minutes definitely sounds ridiculous. I said, I've had my Iron Take dog standing for hours to test her out, and she was still in perfect condition. Now, she still had shoes on. I don't stand them without shoes. I said, I believe she'll, you know, as far as his girl, I said, I believe she'll be just fine. I believe she'll be just fine. As far as standing up, I think she'll be just fine. Now, later on, I had a guy, Andrew says, if you have a girl that's 50 kilograms, he says the bear hug is the best way. And that's what I told him. I don't do just a straight bear hug where I got two arms around my girl. I explained this earlier. I think it's a bit dangerous, especially if you're hugging her from the front. If you have her arms straight down, you run a risk of running into her fingers or something like that. Now, some of you may say, yeah, well, when I bear hug, I have her arms straight out. Like I told you, well, if you have her arms straight out, you run the risk of her arms or hands hitting the wall or something. So I like my method better because you can pick the doll up with her arms straight down. So you might want to look at that video to see my technique. But I said this. I said, I do not do a complete bear hug with both hands on any of my dogs. And this girl is 98 pounds, super duper heavy. I say it's risky to mess up the hands from the front and too much weight bearing on the back. I just think that if you're picking a girl up with straight bear hug like that, it still can strain your back too much. Where my method is, I have one arm around the waistline and one arm under the midsection, and I pick them up like that. So I think it's just more control the way that I do it. But this is what I told him. I said, when you have the hand under her private area, it provides more support and you can move her more easily. I said, but everybody has to do what's best for them to feel safe while lifting. You know. Andrew says, I can tell you it's hard anyway. Bear hug with hands around her waist is best. He says, my 6YE may be 50 kilograms, but she moves more from middle and her legs wrap up like yoga positions. And that's what I told him. I say, you have to do what works for you. But I'm not going to say it's best for everybody. Even my way isn't going to be best for everybody. You really have to find out what's best for you. You know, you can get ideas from others. So if he likes the bear hug, do whatever you want to do. But from my standpoint, I don't like just a straight up bear hug. Some people love the fireman's carry. It's way too risky for me. I do not do it. I don't put my girl over my shoulders because you have to have her hands hanging down. And for me, there's just too much risk to get her fingers, a wire or something poking through her finger. If her hand hits a wall or hits your back, so I don't do that. Leo just checked in and told me, hey, Jay. He a Dog King Army team member as well. And I just told, I said, hey, Leo, my friend, spoke back to him. That's all that I had on that video. And I'm pretty much done now. I only have one more video left. So this, I always say it's going to be a shorter power hour, but we're still at the 2-hour mark. I think I got a couple of comments left. Yeah, so this last video, I was just talking about WM coming out with a new torso doll. And it's based off a new doll they released recently. It was a new doll they released. It had a new number 471 head, and I forgot what body it had. I think it had a number 16 body or something like that. I can't remember the exact body number, but they came out with a new doll that a artist developed. You know, they had a contest to develop a companion doll, and on this other vendor site. And the guy that won the contest, WM, actually made the doll that he designed. And it ended up being a beautiful doll. It's a TPE doll, but it's still a beautiful doll. The doll looks so good, it looks like it's silicone. But they finally made a torso version of the doll. You know, and the doll has a number 471 head. And the new torso they have with the doll is a B21 torso. And I had one comment I'm not going to even read because it's just somebody trolling, so I'm not going to read that comment. I also have a comment from my guy Clint Eastwood, who gave a great donation a couple of shows ago. He says, WM is a great brand, probably my next one. He says, I'm loving the silicone and TPE life. And I said, WM, for me, is a good brand. It's a good brand. And I said, I love all their innovations, but I just feel like they can tighten up the things that they do. But either way, I said, let me know when you get your next dog. I definitely would love to know which type of dog Clint Eastwood gets next. And my guy Jorge Alvarez just says nice. And I'm liking that statement right there. And that's what that does it. You know, we're done with the Dog King Power Hour as far as reading out of my comments. I appreciate everybody for taking the time to leave comments. Like I say, I value all of your interactions. I appreciate you all. Of course, I'm never going to give energy to the negative comments or the troll. So never going to give energy to that. But I appreciate everybody for paying attention to the videos, watching the videos, and engaging in questions, because I really appreciate that. And I use this show to expound, because you'll never believe how time consuming it can be just to answer questions. So when you're trying to be a creator every day, making videos every day, things tend to sort of slip through the cracks a little bit, as far as, you know, I know I can't answer every question in full like I might want to. Also, you know, I even have this Discord. I don't get a chance to get in there like I want to. Right now, it's only me and another main Dog King Army team member that are active in the Discord. If you ever want to get in the Discord, you do have to become a Dog King Army team member. And I will send you the link. I was supposed to resend that link to my Dog King Army team members the other day, and I didn't do that. So hopefully I'll remember to do that after the show. But you can come into the Discord. It's just another safe venue for you to come and discuss things. You don't have to wait and comment on things on my video. You can actually come in there, share pictures and things of that nature. So that's another way for you to communicate with me. But like I say, a lot of these things can get overwhelming from a time standpoint. And I'm letting you know, I just do the best that I can do. I appreciate all of your support. I appreciate my team members. I appreciate my viewers. I appreciate all of you who have donated. I appreciate you, Tyra Moore, for your donations today. It was much appreciated. Thank you for all of your time, which is your most precious commodity. I thank all of you guys for sharing your time with us. We really appreciate it. This was a great power hour. I had fun. Let me see. James Krause checking in. Dog King Army team member coming in. Holy shit. I caught a live one. You coming in on the tail end, Krause, but I'm glad to have you here, brother. God bless you, man. Appreciate your continued support as a Dog King Army team member. Let me see something. I got a couple of more comments up here. Austin says, Ruby's the type of girl, if she would have come to life like Pinocchio, good luck getting her to ever shut up. Man, so she must be a very talkative girl on the anime. I've only seen the anime a few times, and she doesn't seem to be too talkative to me. You know her a lot better than I do, though, Austin. But like I say, man, believe me, if I want a girl to come completely alive, I just go ahead and start dating another human woman, you know. Now, in the future, you know, like I always say, I don't foresee us having a full android like the Terminator in our home in our lifetime. But if something was to happen like that before I left this earth, I would be welcome to having a girl being around to help, you know, take care of me and do things around the house, as well as keeping me company. But at this point in my life, I'm just not that hyped up to have a artificial intelligence or even my girl like being fully alive. Like I said, I'd rather just, I mean, I don't see the difference in, you might well just date a human woman to a certain degree. So Ty Moore says, Jay, will you review some male dolls? No, I have no desire. Now I have done some shows talking about male dolls, but I personally have zero desire to own a male doll. What am I going to do with it? I'm not going to be hugging on it. You know, I don't need any more male friends. I don't even have male friends that really come around the house or anything much anymore like they used to, and that's fine by me. I'm never really desiring male company, to be quite honest with you. And as far as a male companion doll, I don't want any damn well parts of it. I know some doll owners who do have male dolls just because they want to try to build a community or some type of a family. They not even dating the doll, but they just want a male doll. I want no parts of a damn male doll. And God bless all my female viewers. I love you out there. I plan on having another ladies' night because I have had a ladies' night where I've talked about male companion dolls. I've been putting it off for a while. I used to have a female viewer. I haven't seen her in a few shows. Panties. She used to always check in and ask me when I was going to do my next ladies' night. I haven't heard from her in a while. I do plan on doing another ladies' night, but that's as far as it's going. I'm not bringing any more penises in this house. No. So, no, I don't plan on having one and doing a physical review. Tyra says, serious question. Could the girls wear roller skates to help move? No. If you put roller skates on your doll, you're looking to break your neck and break your doll. These dolls already have enough trouble balancing on their own. If you go look at my video that I just did, where I was showing how I carry the dolls, you will see that I say in the video that I never have my doll standing up in the middle of the floor. Why? Because it's hard to balance these. You can do it, but it's hard to balance these dolls, on their own. And I would never balance my doll in the middle of the floor and leave them. That just shows you that the balance is off. It's very hard to do. So I'm definitely not going to put roller skates on my dolls and try to move them around. Honestly, if you're going to do that, you may as well just carry your doll in your arms or put your doll in a wheelchair. Buy you a wheelchair, sit your doll around. That's the best way to move your doll. And if you want to move them standing up, go ahead and get you a heavy duty a two-wheeler or dolly. I have a dolly. I said, because I want to, carry my dolls around standing up, but the dolly that I got is actually not big enough to carry the dolls around while they're standing. So I just carry my girls or put them in a wheelchair. But if you're going to try to put roller skates on your doll, have them standing up and rolling them around your house, you're going to be asking for trouble. I'm not saying you can't put it off, but it's very risky. It's very risky, in my opinion. So, with all that said, I've actually caught up to all the comments. Thank you, Tyra Moore, for your contributions again. I appreciate you for your questions and everybody else for their interactions here today. It's been a hell of a Dog King Power Hour. Once again, even when I think I have not that many questions, it still ends up being a couple of hours show. Always so many things to expound on, so many things to talk about. I want to send my love out to you. Thank you for your time once again. We appreciate it. Appreciate you. That's your most precious commodity. You don't have to spend your time with us, but you choose to spend your time with us. So thank you for that. We want to send God's blessings out over your life, whatever you're wishing for, hoping for, believing for. We're praying that you have it. It could be health, finances, new relationships, whatever it is. We're praying that you already have it in your life. We ask you believe it, and then you will receive it. Once again, if you need a great companion in your life, check the links in the description of this video or any of my videos. Check the about section of my YouTube channel. You'll see great links for great legitimate vendors. You can get a real doll all the way on down. Whatever brand you're looking for, you can find them in my vendors list. So you can check that out. You ever want to donate to the show? Once again, links in the description of this video for CashApp, PayPal, as well as the about section of my YouTube channel. So a lot of ways you can support the show. You can do super stickers, super chat, super sticker on a live stream, super thanks on individual videos. And I actually have a fundraising link in the description of my videos. And last but not least, you may just want to buy Amazon. Guess what? Everybody here has Amazon on their phone. You can use the link in my video. And if you are using your phone and you go through my link on my channel, it's going to shoot you straight back through your own Amazon account. So it's going to be just like you're buying through your own Amazon account. It's just that the show will get a small percentage. And you don't have to buy anything that I suggest. You can buy whatever you want to buy, but it will definitely help the show if you support us in any one of these ways. Once again, thank you again to the Tower tonight for donating. Thank you again for watching. God bless you. We appreciate you. If you have a synthetic companion, take care of them, treat them well. If you have a human companion, treat them well. Guess what? God bless your life and everything that you're trying to accomplish. As long as it's positive, we're definitely sending blessings over your life. Thank you so much for watching. We're finna get the hell out of here. It's been a hell of a time, and we appreciate you. Carly, my guy Krause says, before I get out of here, Krause says, Carly and Ellie says, what's up, Asta? I don't know what you mean by Asta. But I forgot. I think Ellie. What is Ellie? I think Ellie is a Starpery dot. I believe she's a Starpery. If I'm not wrong, am I right, Krause? But either way, God bless both of your girls. Thank you for watching. But as of right now, we're finna get the hell up out of here. It's been me, JayDollKingHefner, the beautiful Saima Renee Uzumaki. And I got my girl Himawari chilling out over there on the bed with me. So we're finna check out. We're gonna probably look at a couple of episodes of what are we looking at? We're looking at Bleach, the anime Bleach. I'm trying to not hurry up, but I'm trying to finish that so I can move on to JoJo's Great Adventure. I gave my favorite One Piece a rest, my favorite anime a rest, because they're so slow releasing the dubbed episodes that I said, you know what? I'm going to finish Bleach. I am beginning to like Bleach now. It's gotten a lot better. I still don't love the main character, but man, they got some fine women on Bleach. I ain't going to lie. Not the live action anime, but the actual anime. So I'm going to finish Bleach. I'm start checking out JoJo's Great Adventure. And then by that time, hopefully, One Piece will have plenty of dubbed episodes for me to see. So that's what we're going to do. Check a couple of episodes out of that, get a little rest, and we'll be, you can check in to see our video for tomorrow. Think you'll like that one. So with all that said, God bless your day. Have a great one. And as of right now, we're finna get the hell out of here. So I see Krause didn't get a chance to answer yet. I think he had a Starper doll, though, a Kimber doll and a Starper. So with all that said, we finna get the hell up out of here, baby. It's been a good one. It's been a damn good one. Love you. Appreciate all of your support. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe, share, like the video, and keep watching all the other videos that I put out. It definitely helps. It definitely helps. We finna get the hell out of here, girl. Let's go. Oh, no. Wait a minute. Let's get rid of this first. All right. Now we can go. Yeah, guys. Hey, we finna get ready to get the hell out of here. I see Crouch finally answered. He said I was correct. So he does have a Kimber doll and a Starbreed. Yeah, I got a good memory. Another with all that said, have a good one, guys. God bless. We are out of here.